Snow fell upon the battlefield. A blanket of white covered the living and the dead. The silence was eerie. It was the calm before the storm.
Above, Daenerys Targaryen circled on Drogon, her black dragon. His fiery breath illuminated the night sky. They were waiting. The Night King was coming.
Below, Jon Snow rallied his troops. He was the bastard of Winterfell, but a leader nonetheless. He knew this battle was their last stand. They were outnumbered, outmatched, but they were determined to fight for the living.
The Dothraki screamed as they charged into the darkness. Their curved swords were like flashes of lightning, but they were quickly swallowed by the endless ranks of the dead.
The Unsullied held the line, their spears a wall of steel, but even their discipline was tested against the relentless assault. The night was filled with screams and the clang of steel. The living fought bravely, but the dead kept coming. They were relentless, fearless. They cared nothing for pain or death, for they were already dead. Jon Snow fought like a man possessed. His Valyrian steel sword Longclaw sang through the air. It cut down white after white. But still they came. He was surrounded by a sea of decaying flesh and cold, dead eyes.
The Night King watched from atop a hill. He was a being of pure ice and hatred. He raised his arms and the fallen rose again. The dead fought the dead. It was a nightmare.
Hope seemed to dwindle with every passing moment. The living were losing ground. Their formations crumbled under the relentless assault. Fear gnawed at the hearts of even the bravest soldiers.
Yet Jon Snow fought on. He would not yield. He would not break. He was a shield that guarded the realms of men. His spirit burned bright, even in the face of oblivion. The Night King urged his steed forward. The undead parted for their master, their icy eyes locked on the living. He moved toward Bran Stark, the three-eyed raven who waited in the Godswood.
Jon saw the Night King advancing. He knew what he had to do. He charged, cutting a path through the undead horde. His goal: reach the Night King and end his reign of terror.
Daenerys saw Jon rushing towards certain death. She dove down with Drogon, unleashing a torrent of fire. The dragonfire consumed the Whites, momentarily halting their advance.
But the Night King was unfazed. He raised his hand, and a wall of ice erupted from the ground. Drogon roared, his flames licking at the icy barrier. But it was no use. The ice held. Jon was trapped on the other side, alone with the Night King.
Dracarys?
With a single command, Daenerys unleashes the full fury of Drogon upon the undead army. As the battle rages on, Jon Snow fights valiantly, his every move a testament to his courage.
Hold the line, we must not let them break through.
Aye, Jon, we fight for the living.
The dawn breaks, casting light upon the battlefield. The survivors stand weary but resolute.
We have endured, now we rebuild. Aye, Jon, together we will rise again.
In the light of a new day, hope begins to bloom once more.